like to have you join us on NTA Channel 5 News at 7. I am Ifeanyi Okafor. You can join us on YouTube at NTA Channel 5, Abuja. Protesters on the day one of the End Bad Governance agitation that converged on the MKO Abiola Stadium advanced into the city center with different demands and chants. Tessio Mary reports from the Eagle Square.
Here in the nation's capital, Abuja, protesters of the planned nationwide protest gathered as early as 8 a.m. to begin the protest. For now, they are still in front of the Abiola Stadium. As you can see, the Commissioner of Police, FCT, is trying to give them reasons why they should protest, which is their right, but then they should do it inside the stadium so as to avoid the streets being crowded. For now, everywhere is peaceful.
All that said they should go inside the stadium and protest. The boundary of the stadium is this barbed wire. If they are inside, no person is talking to them. They can go with their press. All of you should enter, join them, they do protest, publish it in every news media. We don't care. But not for you to block express. Look at them blocking express.
Basically, to ensure that critical national assets are not destroyed. You know, basically, when protest of this nature happens, we have some of them who have genuine intentions, and of course we have some people who would rather bend their anger, you know, and willfully destroying government property, and that is what we are how to prevent.
The protesters, after staying in front of the Abiola National Stadium for about 3 hours, they have gathered more momentum, and now they are advancing into the city center with security personnel monitoring the situation.
Hello. If we see you with any weapon, we will hand over you to the police.
The protesters insisted on gaining entrance into the Eagle Square, and they met a strong resistance from security operatives who were before now making sure that they are monitoring the situation for any breakdown of law and order. They have to take action to calm the situation, as we are seeing free flow of tear gas and other means necessary. As at the time of filing this report, the protesters have increased in number and are still around the Eagle Square. In Abuja, Tessio Mary, NTA News.
The Umaru Musa Yar'Adua Expressway and Kuje Town are devoid of any incident on day one of the nationwide protest. Earlier today, Onoze Yakubu brought us a situation report from that axis.
This is the Umaru Musa Yar'Adua Expressway down to the interchange at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. The situation here is calm. The road is deserted. Only few motoring public are using the road as of now, because this is attributed to the planned nationwide protest that is scheduled to commence today. Driving around this ever busy road, the situation is not like before, where you see heavy vehicular movements. Today is a different situation as the road is being deserted. At the Kuje earlier this morning at about 10 a.m., I visited the market. The market is yet to be open for businesses, and even the banks, only very few are open for businesses. Some are still under lock and key. But generally, the situation is calm, and everybody is going with his normal businesses. That is the situation right now. No sign of any protester on the street. From this axis, I will keep you updated.
Meanwhile, men of the FCT Police Command, along with other security agencies, have been deployed to Nyanya and Karu axis. Serafina Okono Mekwe reports that hoodlums took advantage of the peaceful protest to rob business owners of their goods and other personal items.
A drive around the metropolis Thursday evening shows that normalcy has returned to the suburbs of Karu, Nyanya, and its environs. This is, of course, not without the help of heavy security presence to ensure that lives and property is protected. However, hoodlums in the course of the protest burnt down a police post at the checkpoint junction housing the borders of FCT and Nasarawa State. The parks, which usually have beehive of commercial activities and heavy human movements, had no business of getting passengers. Banks and other commercial centers remains locked. The first day of the protest witnessed large turnout of youths demanding for a better living condition.
How many people want use 1 liter carry? You buy fuel at 850 or maybe 1,000 naira. How many people will use and carry? So the thing now we sell, we don't even time for the matter. Like everything don't tire us. So everything this way president will have a major second after we sell, we don't even time, we don't feel good at all. So all I want is to better election. The force at which people came out was just too much. There were a lot of persons on the road. And the force that is driving them is hunger, just hunger. If the government can do whatever they can in their power to reduce the hunger in town, then I guess these people will go back to where they are coming from. We are begging the federal government, they should come down. They should hear the voice of the voiceless.
So far, no deaths was recorded in Abuja. Serafina Okun Omekwe, NTA News.
Young men and women under the auspices of Youth for Good Governance and Sustainable Development Abuja have joined the clarion call to give leaders and government fair time and chance to turn around the fortunes of the country for the socio-economic prosperity of all citizens. This was the position of the Abuja-based youth group at a press conference where it categorically says no to nationwide protest.
We are saying we will not participate in.
With its membership strength drawn from across ethnic and religious divides, Youth for Good Governance and Sustainable Development Abuja, while making its position known on the planned nationwide protest, says no, as it describes the agenda as a sinister move to disrupt public peace and order, as well as the relative peace being enjoyed in the FCT.
We in Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC, our issues were presented to the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. Part of the issue presented to the government. It is part of the immediate solution, creation of Mandate Secretariat for Youth Development, recently approved by His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We also believe that other challenges may soon be attended to and the youth will smile.
There should be a decorum. There should be processes in organizing protests. But when protests turn violent in a capital city like Abuja, tell me where me and you are going.
The group also argues that a gentleman's approach to societal challenges is likely to yield better results than being confrontational.
Members of this reputable youth organization have concluded that we are not going to participate in any protest because we have no reason for that. At the same time, we are calling and pleading with our dear youth out there to reverse all their plans and choose dialogue.
And we cannot sit back, relax and wait for this to happen because posterity will not judge us well.
Learning from past unpleasant experiences, the group maintains that peace is priceless, as it calls on all citizens to support the government to deliver on its promises. More so that they will not allow their ancestral homes, investment and livelihood to be destroyed by unidentified people. In Abuja, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
The national leader, All Progressives Congress Integrity Movement, Abubakar Sadiq Fakai, enjoins Nigerians to keep their faith alive as socio-economic life of every citizen. Abubakar Fakai, in a press statement, said Nigerians, particularly the youths, need to be aware of some of the government policies and programs targeted at addressing the current challenges confronting the nation, adding that those initiatives are beginning to be effective. The national leader cited the minimum for the local governments, the rehabilitation of economic road network, improved rail systems, and modernization of ports, which are vital for boosting trade connectivity. The APC stalwart maintained that despite daunting challenges from all angles, President Tinubu has remained calm and demonstrated exemplary leadership qualities. Fakai enjoins all stakeholders to be committed to building a stronger and more prosperous nation. A non-profit organization, Arewa Youth Assembly for Good Leadership, has officially withdrawn itself from the protest, calling on youths of northern Nigeria to suspend every plan to join the nationwide protest. Aisha Obali reports.
After wide consultation, the Arewa Youth Group for Good Leadership says that dialogue yields more result than protest, and it is for this reason they are calling on their members to desist from any plan to join the nationwide protest, while commending President Tinubu for listening to the plight of Nigerians and the prompt actions following recent announcements over the media.
Furthermore, we have also understood that while we have genuine intention to express our displeasure and current economic situation in our nation, there are others, several and more effective ways to communicate.
As far as we are concerned, the purpose which we called for this protest has been achieved. The president is listening now, the government are listening now. We recall that just yesterday they announced a 40% 40% discount on sales of rice and other initiatives that the president has promised Nigerians.
The group says with the development going on in the FCT, youth should desist from any act that will destroy the meaningful transformation the nation's capital has achieved as a result of taxpayers' money, saying that youth should not be allowed to be used as tool for destruction. The Arewa Youth Group for Good Leadership has been a vanguard in holding leaders accountable and ensuring good governance through writing. Aisha Ubali, NTA News.
Now, still on the protest, a non-confrontational approach to issues is described as a veritable way to solve any problem in human society. This is the position of National Tricycle and Motorcycle Owners and Riders Association of Nigeria, NATO Moras, on the nationwide protest. The association, while dissociating itself from the protest during a media briefing in Abuja, decided to continue to engage the government through constructive discussions rather than being confrontational. Abdullahi Ajia reports.
As the calls to shun a planned nationwide protest continue to reverberate across the country, the leadership of the National Tricycle and Motorcycle Owners and Riders Association of Nigeria, NATOMORAS, with the support of NOGALS, has prevailed on its members to say no to the protest, given the reason that it is always better to trash issues through dialogue than violent means.
After carefully consideration and deliberation among our members, and we have decided to disassociate ourselves from the planned protest schedule. We believe that mindful change and progress are achieved through dialogue, cooperation, and mutual respect. Our association is committed to pursuing our goal through non-confrontational means that build bridge rather than create division.
We recognize the significant stride the federal government has made in fulfilling their promises to our community. Engaging in the protest at this crucial, critical juncture will be counterproductive and will jeopardize the progress that has been achieved thus far.
The association, while enumerating various policies targeted at improving the lives of its members, says time is required to benefit from the present administration.
This was a collective decision. Let them understand that there's always the time to plant, there is a time to germinate, and there's also the time to harvest.
The association's top echelons is expected to sensitize its members across the country as they keep hope alive for the government to deliver on its promises, which they said are beginning to yield results in some areas. In Abuja, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
From the nationwide protest, the Yoruba community in the FCT has appealed to the agitators to embrace dialogue. Chairman Yoruba community in Abuja, Abdul Hakim Moshebolaton, who addressed media practitioners, asked for more patience to enable the present administration deliver good governance. Charity Zaka reports.
The press briefing by the Yoruba community had traditional rulers in attendance. The Yoruba community explained that although it is a right for Nigerians to express their grievance on issues they are unhappy about, but the citizens should think about the likely aftermath of the protest before taking to the streets.
We want to beg the people who are involved to consider the after effects of what is happening or what will happen.
Chairman Abuja Yoruba community advised that there are other means to engage the government, including dialogue, adding that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration is very well aware of the current economic downturn and is applying every necessary approach to cushion the effect of the current hardship.
We'll come to roundtable and let us discuss. Why can't we go to roundtable and discuss first instead of going to violence? We want to beg our children, please, let us dialogue. The government publicly accepted, agreed that we are in pains, and measures are being taken to cushion the effect of this. Please, we want to plead to the parents, our religious leaders, community leaders, to please talk to these our youths. We all understand where we are going. And the other side of it, we must say the truth. The government needs to do more. The government needs to carry us along.
The chairman engaged stakeholders in the sharing of the FCT palliatives by asking that the distribution should not be one-sided but be made even among residents of the FCT. Charity Zaka, NTA News.
In a similar vein, leaders at all levels of governance have been charged to engage youths and proffer solutions to challenges being faced in the country rather than embarking on a nationwide protest. This was at a press briefing organized by Restore Hope for the Boy Child Initiative. Serafina Okonu-Mekwe reports.
A non-governmental organization saddled with the responsibilities of giving voice to the boy child in the society, Hope for the Boy Child Initiative, is calling for calm in the face of current complexities of economic reality, while asking for accountability of public office holders so as to curb corruption and reckless spendings by government officials.
Of our political leaders and government officials to also make genuine and visible sacrifice, make concerted efforts on job creation.
The group charged Nigerian youths to reconsider participating in protests that may put their lives at risk, but explore and make do with alternative channels to express their concerns.
The need for urgent intervention on the part of the government, while believing that protest is a constitutional right of every citizen under democracy. However, most protests that started peacefully end up disastrous and destructive. Protests are not solutions to our present problems.
Dr. Babatunde Kayode is also advocating reduction in the size of governance and charged government to encourage consumption of locally made products so as to reduce demands on foreign exchange. In Abuja, Serafina Okonu-Mekwe, NTA News.
Chairman Abuja Municipal Area Council, Christopher Zaka Kalangu, has appealed to residents of the Federal Capital Territory to shun the nationwide protest. Asabe Williams reports that this caution resonated at a town hall meeting with stakeholders.
In a move to maintain peace and stability in the Federal Capital Territory, the chairman of the Abuja Municipal Area Council, Christopher Zaka Kalangu, has warned against the planned protests, citing the devastating impact of previous protests, such as EndSARS. Kalangu stressed that dialogue is a preferred approach to address grievances. He highlighted the efforts of Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and FCT Minister Nyesom Wike in tackling the challenges facing Nigerians emphasizing that destructive protests are not the solution.
So we know what we went through during the NSAS in FCT. That's why we are telling our sons and daughters, those in school, both outside, that they should not join this protest, because this protest is already taking another dimension. We had our reports since yesterday. Some people were ganging that they are going to take this, they are going to take that. In fact, they are going to banks. So we will not fold our hand. That's why I've called all my chiefs, villages, district head, all the youth across municipality, both indigenous and non-indigenous, and I've addressed them that we should not hold our hand and watch FCT going down.
In support of Mikalungu's stance, stakeholders, including district heads and youth leaders, have also voiced their opposition to the planned protests.
On behalf of my colleagues, the district heads who have spoken before I talk, the village head, the Mamboas, we say no to any protest.
As the voices of reasoning prevail, the Federal Capital Territory is set to witness a new era of peace and stability. In Abuja, Asabe Williams, NTA News.
Political group on the platform of APC Buhari Non-Indigenous Residents Forum have made a passionate appeal to the FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike, to ensure their voices are heard in matters affecting the community. The plea was made during a press conference in Abuja, where they commended the minister for his remarkable achievements in infrastructure development. Hawagimba reports.
APC Buhari Non-Indigenous Residents Forum comprised of people from various parts of Nigeria who live in Buhari FCT. The group gathered to express their gratitude to the FCT minister for his efforts in transforming the Federal Capital Territory. They seized the opportunity to appeal for greater inclusivity in decision-making process. The forum's representatives emphasized that as contributors to the community's growth and development, they desire a seat at the table where crucial decisions are made.
The consistent exclusion of residents from the political appointments has led to a disconnect between the Federal Capital Territory Administration and the community itself.
Just include other residents who are not indigenous, because they are contributing. Permit me to say, even more than the indigenous. No city in the world is built by indigenous. It is usually built by other people from other places coming together.
The appeals include lack of representation of residents in political appointments, which undermines the principles of democracy and inclusivity. Request for the FCT minister to consider experienced and qualified residents, especially in the Buhari Area Council, with a track record of performance at both federal and FCT levels, and to contribute to building the FCT.
Honorable Minister, we are appealing to you. Just go deeply and find out what is happening. Don't listen to those people who are saying this and that.
To sit with you so that we can be able to express our grievances further. It will give you the grace to understand us much more better.
Men and women, vibrant youth who are neglected, allowed to waste. Honorable Minister, sir, I believe in your ability to recruit new crop of leaders.
That you are different from others that come before you. That is what we are saying. We are seeing development.
While appreciating the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Renewed Hope Initiative, as well as the giant strides recorded in the delivery of people-oriented projects by the FCT minister, the forum awaits the attention of the FCT minister to their plea for non-indigenous persons to be appointed in key decision-making positions. They say they remain hopeful for a better Federal Capital Territory. Hawagimba, NTA News.
General of Police Kayode Egbetokun says the Police Community Relations Committee, PCRC, has for 4 decades taken the critical role of intelligence in crime prevention and control within the community in modern-day policing strategies to pivotal places. The IGP stated this in a message to the 40th anniversary of the committee in Maitama Division. Onotu Yakubu reports.
Protecting the protector through information and intelligence gathering. This is a critical role that the PCRC has undertaken over the last 4 decades of their sojourn, targeted at aiding the police in service delivery. Having been diligent in this endeavor, gatherings such as these in recent times at national, state, and local levels have dotted landmarks looking to celebrate and appreciate the efforts and chart a way forward for a shared future.
We have been getting support, but we need to do more enlightenment so that we can get more cooperation from the Abuja inhabitants.
We'll also come up with strategies to see how they can gather intelligence to ensure that crime is reduced within their division, and not just by division, but also for others to emulate them on whatever they are doing.
For service delivery has served as a bridge to harness concerted efforts to enhance problem-solving techniques.
The Nigerian police is so much proud of PCRC because they have been a strong pillar for the performance and efficiency of the Nigerian police. For the past 40 years, they have been instrumental to our achievements. Everywhere you go, the story is the same.
We are lucky the IGP put the right peg in the right tone in person of the CPFCT, the man that is encouraging us. All the success story of FCT CP is with the cooperation of members of the Republic.
Professor Olumuyiwa Afipin-Soro presented a keynote address on enhancing community security and intelligence.
Without us prioritizing security in the country, every other thing will remain stagnant. And according to EFCC mantra, that if you see something, you should say something.
The strategic role played by individuals and operatives to enhance the success story of the PCRC Maitama journey elicited a pat on the back for the individuals concerned. In Abuja, Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
That's it on the news at 7. Thanks for watching. Good evening.